Girl Scouts, they're usually known for their thin mints, also for being upstanding citizens who believe in community service. But the organization recently landed in hot water after it was reported that the Girl Scouts of America distributed a book to the members, the girls, that encouraged them to fact-check media misinformation by using the liberal media watchdog website Media Matters for America, which is supported by George Soros. On Wednesday, Girl Scouts of USA announced that they would be reprinting the book and would no longer refer the Scouts to Media Matters. Rich, what do you think about that? Having America's...
Nothing is sacred, John, obviously. Look, whoever wrote this is either clueless or a left-winger, and it was appropriate for for the Girl Scouts to say they're going to edit and revise the book.
They are going to pull it. They're going to take that entry out, but I guess the book is still on store shelves as it was printed.
Right. I mean, just for in the spirit of fair and balance, if they said, look, you can go to Media Matters or you can go to the Media Research Center, you get your choice, that would have been perfect. But instead, as Rich said, look, if you live inside the Beltway, and the Girl Scouts are theoretically across the country, but in the end, they always wind up with a Beltway mentality, this is what you get.
But it's a very muddled story because the author, Wendy Russell, said she didn't know how that line got in there and she couldn't figure it out. So,
she said she didn't know. Well, that settles that.
Right.
Which probably
they never know. No one ever knows.
Which probably means the Girl Scouts, someone on their team put it in. They sloppily walked into this mess and opened the door for what was a very well-orchestrated campaign against reproductive freedom. That's what this boils down to. Media Matters is just the door that allows this organization to come in. When I look at this young woman who is protesting the Girl Scouts, I see someone who spent 8 years in the Girl Scouts, and the media literacy that she has is exactly what they are trying to ingrain in young women. So for her to, I think, take those skills and lessons and then try to bring the organization down based on wanting women not to have the ability to control their bodies, that's media bias if that is not a part of the story as well. Her interest is in taking away reproductive freedom.
But she's also pointing out that Media Matters is hardly a down-the-middle organization.
Oh, for sure. It was a huge mistake on the Girl Scouts front. But, again, this is not just about Media Matters. There's a much bigger issue here. And in all of the coverage of this, the focus was on Media Matters in an attempt to bring down the Girl Scouts.
How do you know it was a bigger story if you don't? All we know is what we have in front of us, which is
the bigger story is trying to demonize the Girl Scouts because they empower young women to have control over their bodies. That's the end.
I'm perfectly content to demonize the Girl Scouts for Media Matters. I'll stop there.
Are the Girl Scouts a pro-abortion organization?
The Girl Scouts are in favor of comprehensive sexual education, and there are folks on the right who feel
the Girl Scouts are in favor of abortion. Is this in their literature somewhere?
Not at all.
Okay.
But it has nothing to. It's about comprehensive sexual education, and there are folks on the right. And the National Review has written about this for decades, attacking the Girl Scouts, trying to bring them down for teaching girls about sexual education.
A line about Media Matters in this little book has really anything to do with the so-called reproductive
Just
freedom.
go to the website. Go to the website of the young woman who is speaking out. It is all about bringing down Planned Parenthood.
Does comprehensive mean pro-choice?
Planned Parenthood now?
Does comprehensive mean pro-choice?
Comprehensive sexual education to give women the tools.
Does that mean pro-choice?
I think for some people it means pro-choice, and I think for many people on the right it means pro-choice. And when you look at, again, go to the website of this young woman who is behind this effort, you will see very clearly that she is one of the volunteers who stands outside of Planned Parenthood offices and tries to talk people out.
I don't think that she complains about this line in this book is necessarily connected to her protesting Planned
We're going to have to take one more break.
She was great on
You guys can chat about it during the break when we come back.